Some people really don't know when to stop talking. About a month ago, I ran into this guy named Recoil in Ranked, and bro was typing more than he was actually playing the game. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have the clips from that original Ranked game because it happened a while ago. But trust me, this guy would not stop talking. Eventually, I muted him, forgot about it, and moved on. Or at least, I thought I did. Because after that, he kept showing up in my streams. Trash talking, rage baiting, making account after account after account. In total, I think this guy made like 6 different Kick accounts and 2 TikTok accounts just to keep talking. And the craziest part, he wasn't even doing this during random ranked games. He was trying to disrupt me during scrims. And not just any scrim either. We were scrimming Stamina Esports, which is easily one of the strongest teams in North America right now. So for our squad, getting practice against a team like that is insanely valuable. And while we're trying to focus, this guy is sitting there making account after account, spamming chat, trying to distract me, trying to throw me off mentally, just non-stop. And what makes it even worse is that he plays competitively himself, so he knows how serious scrims are. He understands preparation, he understands focus. So honestly, that kind of behavior is just weird. There's no respect, no accountability, no self-awareness. And honestly, what made the whole situation even crazier was the fact that this guy wasn't even the starting mid laner for his own team. He was literally their substitute player. And I'm sitting there thinking, how are you talking this much while being a sub? Where is all this confidence even coming from? At some point, it just stopped making sense, so eventually I DM'd him. And I said, let's run a scrim. And he replied by saying, he wants it to be a best of 3 with global bans. When you indicate that it's a best of 3, it means you're kind of competing. Because if you're playing a scrim, it's for practice. You don't really keep track of who won or who lost. I mean, you kind of do, but it's mostly to learn, right? So when he says it's best of 3 is a clear indicator of a winner. So it means he's competing to win, right? Anyways, that is gonna make sense towards the end when we kind of get into it. Regardless, we scheduled it, and fortunately, he decided to play personally. He told he begged his team pretty much to let him play and to make the mid laner sit out so he can play personally, right? Because it was kind of a personal scrim. And that kind of made things way more interesting. And then we decided to run the scrim. There was no ranked randomness, no excuses. It's just straight up competition. And honestly, things got interesting really fast. The first game completely changed the energy of the series. But after that, everything started getting messy. Rough early games, insane team fights, a lot of comms, and some really questionable decisions. And as for game 3, well, I guess you guys are just gonna have to find out whether there is a game 3 or not. So, in this video, I'm gonna break down the drafts, the comms, the macro, the gameplay, and exactly what happened. Also, quick shout out to everybody who's been booking coaching sessions recently. A lot of people have been improving insanely fast. I coach every role, not just roam, and there are options for solo players, duos, trios, and even full 5-man teams. Everything is directly on my YouTube profile. You just pick your option, select your time on the calendar, and everything gets scheduled automatically. Just keep in mind that it is paid coaching, so if you are expecting it to be for free, I'm sorry. I wish I could, but it's just not sustainable for me. Hope you understand. And if you top up diamonds, use my Gamsco affiliate link too. Their prices are way cheaper compared to buying directly in-game. So you save money and you're supporting the channel at the same time. One more thing before we get into the scrim. This actually wasn't even our full roster. Our main jungler couldn't make it that day, so we had to play with somebody we weren't fully used to yet. And on top of that, this was literally our coach's first day coaching us. He barely even knew our playstyles yet. He just asked us what we were comfortable on and started drafting from there. So honestly, the fact that the games went the way they did makes me even more excited for this roster moving forward. Alright, let's get into the scrim. Alright guys, so for the draft, pretty much they banned Hilda because they were first pick. And then we decided to ban Zushin because they were first pick. We don't want to give them Zushin, right? Then they went ahead and banned Marcel, not sure why. because Marcel is a hero that can be first picked very easily. He's OP. Maybe their roamer doesn't know how to play it, which is okay. We ban Freya. We don't want them first picking Freya. They ban Carry. Okay, that's not the best ban, but alright, it works. Then we decided to ban Harley because obviously you guys know how OP Harley is, and this was before Harley got the nerf. So we just banned him right away. Even after the nerf, I think he's still OP. They first picked Suyo. Makes sense. We decided to get the Fulvius for the Suyo because Fulvius is so strong. He's the best EXP laner right now, and he counters any dash heroes, as you guys know. Then we decided to lock in this Zetian because Zetian mid is really strong. Since Zushin is banned, she is one of the best mages because of her ult and her range and just the damage she can provide. I'm gonna try to go through this fast because there's multiple games to cover. So yeah, gonna be a bit quick here. Okay, so they decided to lock in Alice. Not a bad pick because it's decent versus Fulvius. Alice can actually fight Fulvius in lane, and I guess it's a good pick. It's a decent pick because they did not want to get gapped in lane, right? We could have banned Alice too. Next up, we decided to go for Kali so that we have strong mid lane. Right, we have strong mid in the early. We have a strong roamer in the early game. They banned Leomord because Leomord is another jungler that can keep up with Suyo. So it's a good ban. They want the best jungler for them, right? They're banning junglers now. So next we decided to ban Kadita because they picked Kaja. Kadita works really well with Kaja and also kind of counters Zetian. So that's why we banned it. And then they banned Claude. I'm not sure why, but I guess they just don't want us playing it. And then we ban Farsa because, think about it, Kaja needs a mage who can follow up and burst immediately, right? There's Kadita, there is Farsa, and there is also Lunox. Lunox is the other option that can kind of follow up Kaja. So now they actually have to pick Lunox, and we would much rather deal with a Lunox than deal with a Farsa, right? And then next up we picked YSS because it's a flex pick. YSS can go on gold and can go on jungle, both. So depending on their comp, we will decide, okay, should YSS be jungle or should he be gold, right? And then we can pick another jungler or gold laner accordingly, right? Depending on the situation. And here, as predicted, they go for Lunox, and then we decide to go for, I believe, Guinevere, right? Because we are like, okay, we need another jungler who can actually have some utility, provide more utility, right? And can actually combo with the Zetian's ult. So yeah, we decided to go for Gwen, and Gwen also has good synergy with Fulvius because of his second skill. If Fulvius knocks them up, she can ult them immediately. And YSS on gold lane because YSS can actually fight Moskov in lane, right? He wins versus that. Okay, so moving on to the first rotation here. I'm just gonna keep this unmuted because I want you guys to hear the comms. So I kind of go for Kaja because he's alone. And Khalid does so much damage in the early game, right? So I know that I'm stronger, so I'm going to poke him out if he's out of position. And then I kind of try to go and poke again, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, here you go. And now I call it out, right? Suyo is on the blue. Here I make another mistake, thinking that I can get Kaja to use Flicker and, you know, make him get away. But unfortunately, Suyo is in this bush, right? So I have a few options. Either I keep going forward this way and just kill the Kaja and die to the Suyo myself, or I flicker away immediately. Both of these options would have been fine, but I think I should have done either one of these, which I couldn't do. So I get stunned and I'm unable to flicker away fast enough, right? And I give first blood. That's kind of a throw and kind of a very bad play from me. So yeah, I had two options and I didn't do either of them. Okay, next up, I'm trying to mirror the Kaja rotation, making sure that YSS is able to farm properly. Once again, found Kaja to be a bit alone, and then I decided to poke him. That's it, we're just gonna back up a little bit, play a bit safe. And then I call out Suyo's gonna come here because we saw Suyo on the blue. So naturally, he's gonna do his blue, rotate here, here, and then go here, right? Naturally. And at 1 minute 40 seconds is when you should be expecting the jungler to gank. So yeah, there we go. We actually set up a very nice trap here, or a very nice bush camp. Yeah, and then we know that they're gonna come back mid, right? Kaja's gonna rotate here, and then he rotates, he gets jumped by the Gwen, and then he just gets bursted. And pretty much now we trade my first blood death back with them by killing their roamer too. And now Turtle is spawning, but I'm like, okay, YSS is low, Moskov is also low, and he's kind of freezing, I guess, so I'm just gonna go help. I'm gonna help the YSS clear this wave, because YSS can actually help us on Turtle with his ult, and his ult can provide so much value. So if he can get it fast and then you know, alt and then come turtle, we win this fight because it's 5 versus 4. And you'll see why helping the YSS is so big here. Because look, YSS goes in, ults the Kaja, Kaja flickers, YSS flickers and kills him. And then look at this Suyo. He goes for it, but then I flicker and then kill him. I'm dead. Unfortunately, I die as well, but it's good because we got their Kaja and their Suyo, but I died for it. So 2-for-1 trade is very good, and we secure turtle. So we won this trade fully. And on top of that, my jungler and XP killed their Alice. So very good. Very good trade so far. We're kind of stomping them all together. After the games, they pretty much said that they underestimated us. So maybe first game it's okay for them to underestimate us. Maybe that's why they're not doing the best. But let's see, right? Surely one game they underestimate us and the next one they will lock in, right? Lunox could be double green, or the games after they're gonna lock in. Okay, so we always call out who's missing, right? It's important to call out who's missing from your lane. So if your laner is missing, gotta be careful. Okay, so here I call out the Khalid and not Khalid, but the Kaja and the teammates, Suyo, Kaja, and Lunox could be RMB. So this is RMB, right middle bush. This is LMB, left middle bush. You guys already know why, right? They're on the right and left side. So if I go in this bush, very high chance I get bursted. And Alice is missing too. So there could be 4 people in this bush. I don't want to risk going in there and dying. Right? I don't want to give them a free kill. I also don't have my flicker and my teammates are nowhere near me. Yeah, they could be RMB. I'm just waiting for Wise to walk up. So he visions it. He visions it and there's nothing. So it's clear. So I know that it's 100% safe. And then I'm going to go check on the Suyo's blue. He just finished taking the blue just because the green orbs are there. And if he finishes taking blue, right, and he's not here, what does that mean? He went top lane, obviously. So YSS could be in trouble. So I just make sure to call it out. That Suyo's going top. No. So you're going top. So you're going top. See here, I call it out. So my YSS expects it. I get ulted by the Suyo. Or not, by the Kaja, sorry. And then now I know they don't have any stuns. So I just heal right in front of them. And there we go. Kaja uses flicker. It was kind of a bad move from them because they used all of their ults and everything before turtle spawned. So bad move actually. Should not have done that. And now we can easily do turtle. Kaja has no ultimate and Lunox has no light. Fortunately, our jungler secures turtle. I'm just moving away and healing. My goal for turtle, your goal as a roamer for turtle is to just zone out the jungler. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to block out the Suyo from coming into the turtle. That's what you basically want to do. You want to block him out as much as you can. Get in his way as much as you possibly can. Kaja has no ultimate. And Lunox has no light. Yeah, I'm trying to get in the way of his dash as much as I possibly can. See, anyways. Look at Lunox. We gotta kill recoil real quick, guys. There we go. Easy kill.
I'll go bot.
On top of that, we also secure mid, which is huge. Which is huge, which is like, this is big. Getting mid lane is huge. Nice.
Wise, can you get bot lane? Wise, can you get bot lane?
Nice try. Red tree Suyo. So now we're zoning so that YSS can push the top lane, right?
I'm gonna clear mid.
And as you guys can see, after the 5-minute mark, the EXP laner joins his team. And the jungler split pushes. This is like the golden rule. Your EXP laner after 5 minutes stays with your team as a secondary tank, and then the jungler clears his lane. He doesn't do it, right? Because Gwyn can clear the lane faster than Phoveus can. And Gwyn just has way more mobility. They're probably gonna try to take his blue.
Nice one, Wise. Alice solo. I have open for.
Just visioning Suyo again, making sure that I'm there. I don't have to really take his buffs or steal or poke him every single time. Just me being there is threatening him, right? It's pressuring him. And there, we also got bottom lane. 5-6 minutes into the game, we already got all first tier towers. Careful, Saya. They might. Yeah, they might conceal.
I have
They don't have conceal actually.
freeze lanes and clear them 10 seconds before turtle, so you get pressure.
Turtle is coming up. We're gonna do it. Kaja ults me. I mean, yeah, they should be ulting me, right? It's a pick off comp, so they should. I go back in for the Lunox, but then he lights and gets away. And I die for it, but I do believe my team secures the turtle, which is big. That's pretty good. And I also believe they secure Suyo's blue. So very worth it. And additionally, we also secure second tier bottom lane tower. So that's even better, right? Just for me dying, we were able to secure all of those objectives. So I would say it's worth it. Them using all of their resources on me, so my team can take resources. This is why, guys, it's so important to keep track of ults, keep track of skills and everything. You always want to keep track of that, because if you know opponents don't have their ults or main abilities, you can force objectives. If they dump all of their resources on the roam, you can try to take other objectives and all of that. Sorry guys for the overlap, but yeah. And here, this is also something that I want to explain, so guys pay attention. This is very important. So here I mentioned freeze the waves till 20 seconds of Lord. So basically, as we all know, that at 10 seconds and 40 seconds of every minute, new minion waves spawn, right? New minion waves spawn. And basically, if you can get this opposite lane from Lord to push the tower while doing Lord, it's good, because someone has to go and defend this, right? So now the opponents will be outnumbered. Now, why is this important to do? It's important so you can secure Lord. Lord is a big objective, right guys? And here's the thing. Now let me introduce you guys to slow pushing. Slow pushing is basically when you clear every single minion waves of the opponents, but only keep the big cannon minion alive. This is good because your side of the minions has more minions, so eventually they're gonna beat the opponent side's minions and then push. Now, why don't we just push the minions all the way? Because if we clear the minions all the way, the minions are gonna push, and it's gonna let them clear the minions from a safe space. Since they don't have towers, it is very risky for them to walk up all this way, overextended, and clear this wave, because they just can't. We have more map control. We are ahead. We're gonna kill them. So they can't, right? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that the minions are dying in mid lane, so they don't get the chance to clear it or get gold from it. Now this is good because around the 10 seconds to 20 seconds mark from Lord spawning, if you slow push and then go to the Lord, because you'll have 10 seconds to spare, right, to go to Lord with your team. So all 5 of you can be there while this minion wave is still in the mid, so nobody can clear this. And by the time Lord is up, that is when the minion waves are going to push into the tower, because by then your minions would have killed the cannon. So that is why it's really important to make sure that you're slow pushing the opposite lane and that you're pressuring the opposite lane from Lord. It is very important, guys. This is like, you have to do this. If you don't do this properly, you're gonna have such a difficult time on Lord. Okay, so pretty much YSS clears it. And here I also mentioned that there's another wave coming right here. So think of this as like a mirror. So whatever waves is on this side is also gonna be here on this side. So since my wave is here, the opponent's is gonna mirror and be here too. So there's another wave coming. So we should probably clear this wave and then slow push the next wave when it comes to mid, and then go do Lord. Okay, guys? Clear. Saya, clear. Clear this wave, and then the next wave we slow push.
White, can you stay mid and clear it?
And there you go. See? Now we're gonna slow push this. But something that they do is they try to pick us off here, and if they successfully are able to, then they have the advantage on the Lord fight. So the cannon, that's a good fight from them. However, they kind of mess it up, because look guys, in this split second, basically Kaja, I see Kaja here all of a sudden, right? What do? Well, I can't really run away from him because he will ult me regardless. He will flicker and ult me anyways. But I don't think there's a way that he doesn't close the gap between him and I, and if he hooks me, I'm dead. So what do? Well, my YSS has ult, I have my ult. I'm gonna ult and stun him, and my YSS hope that my YSS chains it with his ult and stuns him longer, and hopefully we burst him before he gets the chance to ult, and then we can get away. Right? If we can do that, then that's good. That's the only option that we can do right now. And in that split second, you have to make those big decisions very fast. And here you go. It works out because Kaja is dead. Nice one. And now look, all of them are trying to focus on me. I have Flicker and I have my passive. And look at this Lunox trying to kill me, bro. Look at Recall trying to kill me, man. He can't,
That's
bro.
a free lord, no?
Yeah, that's a free lord. You ain't got enough damage, bro. Anyways.
Wait, look at the Gwen.
Yeah, there you go, guys, right? We survived, we killed the Kaja, and we just, now we can just do Lord.
The Alice has no ult.
Kaja has ult, Kaja has ult, Kaja has ult, Kaja has ult. I call out Kaja has ult, right? Because in the bottom lane, he didn't ult me. He didn't get the chance to ult. So I know Kaja has ult, so I'm telling my Phobius so he's careful and doesn't get hooked.
What's up?
I need you here. Yeah, I would. Alright, we cleared Lord. And now we're just gonna force top lane. Mid lane is hard to get because they're gonna defend it with everything they have. So since minions are pushing onto top lane, that's what we want to take. Another thing is, guys, see how our minions are all synced. Now we know that it's gonna hit all of the 3 towers at the same time, and this is good. You'll see why this is good, okay, in a bit. I'll show you why you always want to sync up the minion waves. You basically want to line them up in such a way so that they hit the 3 towers at the same time. How do you do that? Well, you need to make sure that it's lined up kind of like a bow, all of the minion waves. You leave the Lord lane alone, and then you clear the opposite side of the Lord lane. Lord will always go to the lane which is the weakest at the time of spawning, right? So we just got the top tower. Bottom tower was the weakest before we took top, right? That's why Lord went there.
G mid.
I think we have to force mid.
There, and now we can just G mid. Because I don't know what they're doing. They should have defended this mid lane. They have explosion on top. They should have defended this.
We can wait for Lord to pop. Oh shit, there's still the mid one.
And now look at this, guys. Look at this. This is why you want all 3 waves pushing at the same time. Yeah. Look. See, now they're all of them for some reason go top lane to clear. But they completely forgot there's another wave in bottom lane.
There's a wave bar. There's a wave bar.
This is such basic knowledge. I don't know. And look, this is why you want 3 waves pushing together. Because now they're so preoccupied with one, we can push the other. Honestly, they just needed 2 people on this wave. They could have split themselves up. 2-3 or 3-2, you know. Somebody should have been defending this. They don't need all 5 people to clear that. And I think I see YSS use his boat on there. Gwyn jump, and then I'm like, yeah, I gotta ult this. And boom, we ult that. I die, obviously, but we get 3 of them. So that's very worth it. And then we also get Lunox. Look at the positioning. What is that positioning, bro? From Lunox, what is that? And now it's just Suyo, right? It's just Suyo. No more wave. There's no waves, but we know there's a wave coming bottom, so we can end very easily. It's just Suyo.
Another wave coming bot. Another wave.
And then the bot waves crash. We kill Suyo, and then that's pretty much GG's, right? First game done. We stomped them. Okay, there you go. That's the statistics. Let's go to the draft of the second game. So we ban Harley. Because we pretty much, I don't think we want to G Harley this game. We just banned it because I think we want to go something else. I'm not sure, but we are first pick this time. So they banned Zushin obviously because we were first pick. They don't want to give it. We banned Phobius because it's a global ban, and as you guys know, if they pick one hero, they cannot pick it again. Okay, so since we picked Phobius, we cannot pick Phobius again. So we banned it so they don't pick it. And then they banned Hilda and Marcel. Marcel is good ban because I play Marcel. You don't want to give him. He is first pick worthy. And then we banned Gwyn, but it should have been Freya because they can first pick Freya. Freya is OP. We don't need to first ban Gwyn. We get Suyo first. The reason we pretty much got Suyo is because we've already banned Harley, right? We banned Gwyn. So there is not really someone who can counter Suyo. That's the reason. But unfortunately, because of that, they're able to lock in the Freya and the Khalid, right? Those are very strong in the early game already. We go in with Eve and carry because Eve is the next best mage. Since we picked Zetian already, we can't pick Zetian again. So we went with Eve because Zushin is banned. She's the next, I would say, next best strong mage, right? It's really good. Really good for poke, can win lane very easily. Just overall very strong. They go for Leomord, a very good jungle pick here because it can keep up with Suyo. And then they ban Kaja because Kaja and carry is a strong combo, so they don't want us picking that. Then we banned Lapu because Lapu can cause a lot of trouble for the Eve. We banned Farsa once again because Farsa can be a problem for... Farsa can keep up with the Eve, you know, and she can be a problem for carry. And we don't want to deal with it, so we just banned it. Then they go for Yuzong. And then we decide to go for Badang and Alice. Alice is good because she's overall just really good in XP. She can keep up with the Yuzong. She can frontline a lot. And since we're gonna pick a Badang who is very squishy, we need an XP who can tank and frontline very well. And Alice fits the description perfectly for that. And the reason we picked Badang is because they have 4 dive heroes. Badang is anti-dive. If there is very strong high dive heroes, you can pick Badang. And Badang is also a very decent pick versus Khalid. You can like wall him and stuff. Now, honestly, they should have gone for Zetian here, but they went for Valentina. It is what it is. All right, start of the game. And you guys are going to see how safe I play. Okay? I spotted the Leomord on blue. They're on the left side. And since they're not here, since the Roamer and Mage were not here, they're probably on the left side. So I'm not going to go anywhere near the left side. They're stronger in the early. And Badang is squishy. I'm going to just die. Right, I got to play safe. If I went near that bush, Khalid would have jumped on me and done a significant amount of damage. Okay, I still take a lot of damage from the Valentina. And look, as you can see, they're freezing the lane, which is not good. Here you go. Basically, what you want to do when they freeze like that is you want to walk up. When you walk up, they're going to use their skills on you, right? And you're going to take damage. See? They're going to use skills. And then they're going to damage you while you're on top of the minion. That's what you want to do. If you get frozen, stand on top of your minion so they hit you. They'll clear the minions and then your mid laner can clear it, right? Yes, I'm a little bit low, but it's all right. Honestly, it's not too bad. Leomord is going... They secured Letho. Did not have to second skill here. I could have just first killed him onto the wall. And yeah, as you guys can see, not the strongest early game comp, so I just recall and come back. And then once again, I'm just helping my Eve clear. There you go. Now we try to gank bottom lane, but there isn't really anything we can do here. Khalid was kind of overextended. I see Suyo charging up. Khalid flickers away.
Flicker Khalid.
So that's good. We got his flicker before turtle.
YZ and Leomord from here.
This was bad. I should have expected Valentina to be here. And we took a decent amount of damage from that. And once again, Yuzong was camping this. Not looking too good for us.
Valentina got my ult.
Fortunately, I was able to dash out.
Freya going turtle.
Fortunately.
I don't think we
And
should
here
turtle.
we just gave turtle because this Yuzong is ulting. He's zoning us. Ain't nowhere we're gonna run past all of them and do turtle. So just give. And it's okay because our win condition is to get our carry fed and carry can just shred everybody because we have very good peel, right? I can peel the carry very well against all of these divers and carry can carry the game, right? So that's our win condition. Their win condition is to end as early as they can. So they're doing good in terms of that. They're playing aggressive as they should. But listen, as you can see, they still don't have a kill. Just because you lose the early game, that doesn't mean you should be giving them kills. You can always play safe. Our goal is to make sure, and there we go, first blood. Suyo ganks the Freya and we get first blood. And listen guys, you need to make sure your DPS, your damage dealers are farming properly. If you're a late game comp, you need to make sure they're getting minion waves. You don't need to fight necessarily. You don't need to win or invade or nothing. Just play safe, wait for the win condition to get fulfilled and then you'll win. Simple. There we go. I'm just giving some vision. So Leomord is camping here. I'm not sure if you guys saw him. Oh no, Leomord, sorry, my bad. Leomord was not camping here yet. He's going to though, soon. This is a very good bush to camp for them because they have the control, right? Since we're weaker now, they have better map control. And as you can see, Khalid is trying to bother Suyo as much as he can.
Valentina ulted Eve.
Yeah. Okay, Eve used the Valentina used the Evolt, so he doesn't have that anymore. And then I go back to mid lane to clear. And turtle is spawning soon, right? 30 seconds.
Bottom lane.
Careful the Freya.
So you gotta be careful, right? You need to rotate safely. You can't just rotate from here and then go into this bush and then this bush. No, they're probably camping this. They cleared mid before us, so they rotated faster to bottom. So probably they're setting up in a bush So I can't go near this bush. I have to play it safe. It is very risky for me to go there.
For so long. He's here.
And then I see Leomord in that bush, right? He walked into this bush. So he's probably here. And I know he's here. So I'm sticking close with Eve. That was a really bad ult from him.
Leo ulted.
Unfortunately, Alice gets bursted. And now we don't have XP. So we can't really contest Lord. This was a very bad engage from me, by the way. I don't know why I engaged here. Suyo isn't here. Eve is here. But if Eve ults this, she's dead. So this was a bad engage from me.
Fuck.
And then I just die. That's not good. And then they get turtle. And as you can see, our start is pretty rough. But Alice gets a nice little double kill and outplays the Freya and the Khalid at the same time.
Nice one.
There you go, right? Very good. So just our carry for their Freya and Khalid. Good trade for us. And our Alice lives on top of that. Here I kind of mess up my second skill. Like the Khalid, before he landed, I second skill thinking that I'm going to be able to dash away. But no, for some reason it still hit him even when he was in the air. I guess the hitbox is kind of messed up, but yeah. I get stuck and then take tower shots and then just, you know, die because I'm literally 1 HP. Unfortunate.
They're all going top.
Now they're just trying to bother Suyo as much as possible, right? That's what they should do. They're following their win condition.
Leo, where's he
Now they're gonna push top. Not much we can do.
Just one minion.
We have to just give, unfortunately. And yeah, guys, not doing too good. 0-2-0, but we're not too behind. 3-5. Try to stun the Khalid, but he ults and he gets away. We just don't have enough damage yet.
Otherwise he has no ult still.
Yeah, Leomord no ult. We can G turtle.
Eve still has my ult. I mean Valentino.
Just zone the Leo.
I'm just trying to zone as much as I can.
Nice.
Suyo still
guys,
secures the turtle, fortunately. Eve dies for it. Because, you know, they look at their dive comp. It's insane.
They're gonna push mid. They're gonna push mid.
We need to defend mid, guys. So no matter what. If they want turtle and all of us are recalling, they're gonna try and push this. We can't let them push this so easily. We're not gonna give. Here, I don't know why Khalid goes in. Not sure. But he
Khalid
kind of
is there.
threw by going in there. There was no minions, nothing.
He has ult now, I think.
We can't. We have to give it.
You have to give bot. They're just doing a very good macro this game with the
Freya
towers.
You should get back.
So now our goal, my goal is to just protect Suyu's buff, help the carry farm as much as I can. Don't take fights, try to counter engage, right? We gotta stay under our towers. We can't be taking fights outside of it. So here, I'm not engaging and ulting here. The reason for that is because my teammates need to clear mid. Eve is clearing mid. Suyo is not fully here yet. I can't really engage. I need to engage when they're here.
Yo, mid,
So that's why we just decide to back. And now Eve is gonna clear mid again.
Eve ult anymore.
And yeah, there you go.
The Freya.
Why do you have ult though? Why do you have ult?
We just keep clearing mid. I'm just gonna help my team peel for them again as much as I possibly can. Khalid kind of engages here. I try to ult him.
No flicker.
He dies, but unfortunately, Yuzong and Freya go in. Yuzong dies,
On Lord,
but I think... Oh, we actually win this fight because look, the carry and the Suyo are healthy and they're both going for the Leomord and Valen. So all of them kind of just forced down on the Eve. They didn't really force down on anyone else that much.
Guys, Freya in the back. Guys, look, Freya in the back.
Okay, I see the Freya in the back, right? I know my teammates are fighting them and I just call it out so they see too. And not really much we can do. It's freaking Freya. He can just run away. Look at the dashes he has. Right? He just gets away. Now I'm just gonna help carry clear bottom lane so we can push. And honestly, look, the Lord is pushing top, right? And then there is a wave coming in mid lane. So usually what a good team would do is they would basically clear mid and stay with the Lord or something, right? They wouldn't really clear the opposite lane, at least not as a team, but the whole family pulls up. And then I did not expect them to be here because they can easily get this mid, they can easily get other towers, but they just show up there. So that's kind of unfortunate. And I guess a good play from them because they did kill me and they killed Carrie Eve. And then they got mid regardless. But still, I feel like with that Lord, they could have taken all of our secondary towers
Yeah, doesn't have it.
if they played it right.
Second skill. Yeah.
Next, I see Khalid. Just gonna back up, set up again, and peel.
Huge. Just wait for Lord.
Now, once again, bottom side needs to be pressured before Lord comes up.
Yeah, yeah.
But unfortunately, as soon as they see the Alice clearing bottom lane, they engage a fight because they know it's 5 versus 4. We're gonna lose. So immediately the Khalid gets on the carry and then starts attacking him. And we actually get a kill onto him, right? The thing is, Khalid engaged too fast. Yuzong didn't follow up right away. That's why carry survived. And now that we killed Khalid and now that they failed at killing the carry and I'm there with her, I can actually peel for her. Look at this. Freya cannot even get close.
Get the Freya.
Wipe out.
Freya is so low.
Unfortunate. Oh my god, the Suyo dies. And look at this, guys. Look at the carry. I see the carry in the map. Just trying to stun the Freya as much as I can. And then there, we kill the Freya. And then we're going to try to push mid lane. Get the secondary tower. We're not able to, unfortunately. Leo Mord ults. Look at this, guys. Look at the outplay.
Wait.
Stun him to the wall. Ult
Nice.
him. Carry finishes him.
Back up, back up, back up. Saya.
Khalid pulls up.
Back, back.
Now he ults. And then I just second skill and keep stunning him.
Nice one.
There we go, right? Insane outplay. And now we can clear the Lord and fix our waves first. That's the main priority. Fix the waves. As you can see, once again, same as game 1. We're clearing bottom lane before Lord. So that it's pressuring.
Yo, Abdul.
In the bush right here.
I saw Freya in this bush, but I guess he baited us. Pretty much. He flickers out. And then now the
Back.
Khalid and the Yuzong get on the carry. And I'm unable to do anything whatsoever. That was a very good bait.
Just get back, get back. We can't fight this.
But look at this, guys. I noticed the Suyo on the map, right? And I see that these two are kind of low and settable. So I set both of them. Suyo goes in,
Nice.
deals a decent bit of damage. And there we go. For the carry, we got their Yuzong and Khalid. Now this is huge because carry is going to respawn before Lord.
Hamud, careful.
But the opponents are not going to respawn before Lord. And the opponents are 2 of their tanky front lines. So if they are not there to vision and zone the Lord, then it's an easy Lord for us.
Can we fast Lord? He can alone. Leomord is here. The backup he used.
And
though,
there
he
we
used
go.
though.
This is freaking Freya
We
just
can
split
Lord, we can
pushing
Lord,
and
we can Lord.
us not being able to do a single thing about it because she's so broken.
No.
Time wise.
Yeah.
They're not on Lord yet.
Okay, now I think that this is bad. We should be playing safe because Suyo is pushing. We shouldn't be so far up ahead.
Look at the Khalid. Look at the Khalid.
Since Suyo is not there with us, obviously they're gonna try to take as many fights as possible because it's a 5 versus 4. They have advantage.
He ulted.
There you go. They just go for carry and burst her down. There's nothing we can do about it.
Fuck, bro.
And I die in the process too.
They're all-
So that is not good whatsoever.
They
And
can't
then they
die,
also
so it's-
secured Lord on top of that. So yeah, guys, when you're losing like this, try to play safe and only try to kill and go for people who are super overextended or they extend on you. Especially when you're playing Badang, you have to counter engage.
This Khalid is so low.
I tried to stun the Kali to the
he's
wall with my
oncoming.
ult, but didn't work out. Very unfortunate. Okay, so here, Lord is crashing into our base. Freya jumps in. I don't have ult. I wasted it earlier, right? You should not be wasting it. You should save it as
Nice.
much as you can.
Nice. Dark to you.
Trying to stun the Freya. But Freya still lives. That hero is so broken. Lord is gonna spawn top, so we have to take preparation accordingly.
Yeah, just
Once
wait,
again,
freeze the minions. Don't.
I'm gonna try and vision for carry.
It's like when one of ours is like pushing, you know. So if Suyo pushes, we can't take fights. We have to just back.
Yep, exactly.
We have to clear boss. We have to clear boss.
We cannot take 4 versus 5 fights and expect to win. So once Alice clears this, we're gonna play a bit more aggressive and walk
They're
towards
starting
Lord. But now we're passive because we don't have 5 people, but they do. And then once everyone gets here, I decide to conceal all of us to try and
go.
make a play. But it doesn't work out the
Halfway,
best.
it's halfway.
Valentina has my ult, but she's super low. Yeah, fight this. Valentina's super low.
There we go. Valentina dead.
Lord,
Khalid
you're on
dead.
Lord. Nice, Wise.
Nice!
And now we're just
GG,
gonna
I
do
have
Lord.
Yo,
Still.
mid, there's minions mid,
Nice.
Okay, and then we just keep pushing. We try to go for the inhibitor. I try to stun the Freya. Guys, I don't know how that second skill didn't hit, but ever since the nerf of his range of the second skill for Badang, I just can't hit them properly. It's so weird. Yep, there we go. And now all I'm gonna do is just peel our carry, okay? That's basically my job. Freya jumps in, right? Second skill her, away from the carry. She dies. The Omord comes in, keep annoying him. Keep CCing him, he dies. Yuzong comes in. As soon as he lands, use the second skill. And he dies, and now it's just...
Recall, don't end.
And now we just gotta recall, right? Because why not? I mean, I don't like recalling or being toxic at all whatsoever or emoting. But I think this guy deserved it. I think he deserved it after making 10 accounts and just bothering the fuck out of me when I was just trying to do a scrim.
Recall.
Yep. Anyways, guys, that was the second game.
Easy, bro!
Easy,
Um,
bro. 2-0.
We pretty much made a comeback. There is no third game, 2-0, because, hey, they wanted best of 3. But yeah, that's the statistics. At the end of the day, this whole thing honestly just proved one thing. Talking is easy. Actually backing it up is the hard part. Because after the series, Recoil was still saying scrims don't matter. He said tournaments matter. He said single elimination games would be different. But honestly, if you're talking about single elimination, then they are the ones that should be worried. Because game 1 was an absolute stomp. They got completely rolled. So if that was a tournament best of 1, they would have already been out. And that's what makes the whole thing so confusing. You can't spend all that time trash talking after winning one ranked game, then suddenly say scrims don't matter after losing. At some point, you gotta have accountability. You gotta stand on what you say. But honestly, giving this whole situation attention was probably just a waste of time. For me and for my squad. Because at the end of the day, people like that usually just want attention. And eventually, you realize they're not really worth your energy. Still, I'm happy we got the opportunity to play the series. I think our team learned a lot. Especially considering this wasn't even our full roster. And it was literally our coach's first day with us. So, I'm really excited to see how far this roster can go moving forward. More scrims, more competitive content, more analysis, and more improvement. Subscribe if you want to follow the journey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Da chamada